the narcissist finally realize that it's over, that they have lost control of you, that you have finally done the final discard, it gets really scary and it gets really crazy. And this is when a lot of the victims start to second guess their decision. They start to, the trauma bond gets stronger and worse, and they start to again second guess their decision. They want to go back to the narcissist because they feel like it was better being with him, even though it was painful. Again, him or her, both people can be narcissists, both genders can be narcissists, okay, speaking from a female perspective. But yeah, this is when they say, yes, it was really bad being with the narcissist. There was a lot of pain and suffering and gaslighting and demonic punishments and all of that. But this is even worse because the narcissist will lose it when they finally realize that the final discard has happened. They will lose it. And this is why I made a video before stating that when you leave the narcissist, that is when the abuse gets worse. I'm telling you, the narcissist will lose their ish and they will do any and everything to punish you, get your attention, and also try to hoover you back. But this can be a really scary time for the victims. Some of them who are high on the narcissism spectrum, who have psychopathic behaviors, these are the kind of people that unalive their victims. They start stalking you. The stalking gets really bad. They'll do anything and everything to not feel the pain that they're feeling, because the narcissist, one of the biggest things with them is neglect or abandonment. They hate being abandoned because that is one of the reasons they became narcissistic in the first place. They were abandoned by their caregivers, right? It could be the mother who was in that abusive relationship with another narcissist, who spent her whole life trying to suck up to this narcissist or be good for him or be good enough for him, so therefore she neglected his needs as a child. It could be the mother was narcissistic herself, so she was selfish and only into herself. It could be the father. Either way, neglect was a big thing growing up for the narcissist. That's one of the biggest trauma that they suffered. And this is why the discard is a game for the narcissist. They try to discard you before you can discard them. So when you discard them, it's so painful. It is so painful because what a discard does to the narcissist, it makes them feel irrelevant. It takes them out of the center of your universe because that's where they think they belong. That's where they think they rightfully need to be. They feel entitled to being the center of your universe, and they're used to you doing everything in your power to appease them, used to you doing everything in your power to please them, right? So they're used to you walking on eggshells, apologizing for things you didn't do, counting your words, um just crying whenever they try to leave you, crying when they cheat on you, trying to be the best version of yourself. They tell you you're fat, so you do everything in your power to try to lose weight. Now you're self-conscious. They tell you you're ugly. Now you're spending your little money trying to get makeup, to do your makeup, do your hair. But nothing, you'll notice that nothing you do is good enough. That's just who they are. But when you're finally tired of that ish and you finally put your foot down and you discard the narcissist, this is when the abuse gets worse. They will use any channel to abuse you. They will use any channel, any kind of little cracks in the system, or just anything they can do to get back at you, because the fear of abandonment just happened and their fear of neglect just happened. And that is the most painful thing you can ever do to the narcissist. And a lot of people ask, when do you know enough is enough? And it's so hard. They'll say too that it's so hard to just leave the narcissist. It's true. All of that is true, because the trauma bond with the narcissist is usually the hardest thing to get over, the trauma bond, because they get you addicted to them. Not that they're a good person, not that because or not because they are such good lovers or such good partners, supportive, loving, blah, blah, blah. None of that. What they do is when they first meet you, they give you 100%. You're used to the 100%. They are loving and caring and considerate and just there for you. That's the 100%. But then once the love bombing stage is over, they go down to 95%. And then you complain about them not being 100%. They'll give you 90%, but you're just happy that they came back to 90 instead of 100. You're just happy that they're giving you something, right? And then they'll go down to 80% and you'll complain about that. And then they'll give you 85 and you're like, oh, okay, at least I complain. You have the 85% and it's an uphill battle. They'll take the 85%, now give you 80, and you're happy that they did something. They'll give you 60. It's a continuous thing. So they get you addicted to them. So it almost feels like the same person who's hurting you is the same or the only person who can fix you. The same poison, the same person who's poisoning you is the same person who creates the medicine for the poison. I can't even speak. So that's how the trauma bond gets addicting, right? They are demonic people. They are evil. They are selfish. They are all of these negative things, but it almost seems like you can't get away from them because the 1 second or a split second that they're nice to you, it makes all the pain go away and it gives you this high. So they give you a high and then they drop you. They give you a high and they drop you. They give you a high and they drop you. So it's, like I said, it's an uphill battle. It's a continuous thing. So this is why the trauma bond is the hardest thing to get over. But once you do, and ask anybody who's been with a narcissist who's finally discarded them, once you get to a point where you've had enough, and this time is different for everybody. It could be a big thing that they do, or it could be the smallest thing. Your mind, your soul, your spirit, everything in you just tells you, it's over. I can't do this anymore. And you will finally choose yourself. You will choose your dignity. You will choose your self-respect. You will choose yourself over them, and you'll finally be able to walk away. But I'm telling you, the moment you walk away, because a narcissist always think that they have you for life. They think that they have gotten you to the place where you will never ever leave them. You will never ever think that you can do better than them, because they have done any and everything to you, and you keep forgiving them. You keep taking them back. You keep making excuses for them. You will go to the point of making excuses when people tell you. Some people will start to see the behaviors and they'll tell you like, hey girl, this dude is crazy, like this dude is abnormal, and you'll make excuses. He'll not show up for special events and you'll make excuses. Oh, he's tired, he went to work. Your birthday, he doesn't do anything. Oh, da 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 da. You'll make excuses upon excuses upon excuses for this fool. But once you get to that point where you're done and they can finally tell that you are done, this is when everything is tenfold. The smear campaign is horrible. The punishment is horrible. And as I said, they'll use every channel. The court system. Even if you weren't married to them, like in my case, I was never married to my narcissist or the narcissist. But he has sued me multiple times. We even have a lawsuit going on right now. He has sued me multiple times. He's lost every case, but he continued to sue me. The very last lawsuit was so big that I was sick of that ish, and I sued back. I countersued. So now it's a long drawn out thing. And according to my lawyer, I can't speak too much about it, but I can talk about what led to it maybe in another video. But my lawyer basically told me that this could take a year, 2 years, or even 3 years. Like, this could be a long drawn out thing, because now he knows that I'm not playing with him anymore. For some reason, he feels like he's entitled to me. He's entitled to my money. He's entitled to everything I own. So he continues to sue me to try to get money out of me, and it's not gonna work. And like I said, this time I got tired of that shit. Excuse my language. I got tired of it, and I sued back, and I got me a good lawyer, and I sued back. So it's on. So funny enough, ever since I sued back, I countersued, and now the lawsuit is It's on. I guess that's the best word I can use. He slowed down a little bit with the online shenanigans because I have been quiet this whole time. Like I said, he has said all kinds of crazy things about me. I have been quiet. But now that I'm not playing his game anymore as far as the court system, he slowed down. But yeah, these people, they will lie on you. They will steal from you. They will do anything when they feel like they've lost control. And if you've dealt with this, please comment below so everybody else can know that I'm not crazy. I'm speaking the truth. Follow for more.